the mandate of the Cordillera Integrated Agricultural Research Center or CIARC is to do applied research based doon sa AFMA or Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act in support to the trusts of the Department of Agriculture. Our vision is to be a competitive research center showcasing agriculture as an art, as a science, and as a profitable enterprise. So we have trusts of the Department of Agriculture like food security and poverty alleviation, including global competitiveness. So in support to those trusts, we have done some initiatives at the station as well as in farmers' fields. So in this station or in the center, we are currently demonstrating organic vegetable production under protected cultivation and also in open fields. We also have Anthurium germplasm collection, of which at present we have 5 varieties. And then we have mini herbarium, which we have collected some herbs for culinary uses and for medicinal uses. And we also have edible landscaping using edible crops na instead of ornamentals lahat, we can make use of this marginal land or marginal spaces, limited spaces for food production. Like we have the shallots or the green onions there on top of the rocks, and also we have lettuce and tarragon and as well as lemongrass. And then we have included the poultry as part of our edible landscaping because we have an area that is not usable or is not good for crop production because it's very stony, then it's so clayey. Kaya we use it, we just fence it and then put poultry like ducks, native chicken, we even have Bengala and geese. So it's part of our edible landscaping activity here at the station. And we're trying to show that in marginal spaces like these ones, we can make it usable by producing edible things like poultry and some crops and herbs as mentioned. We also produce plant materials in support to the Arabica production because it's part of our banner commodities in the Cordillera. And Arabica is more adapted to the highlands. So we support the high-value crops development program through plant material production, particularly the Arabica variety. We also have the native swine germplasm collection, where we maintain a collection of the breeds collected from the different provinces of the Cordillera. And we also have this vermiculture as our first initiative for supporting the organic crop production because vermicast is a very good fertilizer, so no need to use commercial fertilizers. We also have the heirloom rice project in support to food security, and since we have these heirloom varieties of the Cordillera that is part of the food security trust of the DA, we have initiated the characterization of heirloom rice varieties. And then this was expanded when the International Rice Research Institute proposed a bigger project in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture. And now it has expanded, and we will be characterizing the different varieties in some of the areas in the Cordillera. And IRI will do some DNA analysis, and we have other support components to implement this project. We also have bar-funded projects na 5. Papasalamat nga kami at pinunduhan ng Bureau of Agricultural Research ang aming 5 projects dito sa CAR. we have enhancement of goat production through the CPAR approach. We started in Kapangan and then we expanded in Kalinga. And aside from that, we have the adlay production in support to food security, because it's one of the champion crops of our secretary. So it's still ongoing, and we have conducted this in Apayao, and we have standing crops at the Benguet State University compound, and we have developed an initial champion product, which is the Adsoy, and this is a blend of adlay and soybeans with sesame seeds. And then we have the soybean project, which are demonstrated in Kalinga, in Abra, in Luna, Apayao, and now Ifugao. They're going to start the demo in Ifugao. And in the station, we have the native chicken. This one is funded last 2010, on its 4th year now. And we have already dispersed a lot of chickens to beneficiaries in Bukod, in Kabayan, and other parts of the Cordillera. Then we also have, dito sa station mismo, right at my back is the rabbit vermiculture integration. This is being implemented by the Cordillera Integrated Agricultural Research Center, kami yun, in collaboration with the City Veterinary Office of Baguio. This is funded by the Bureau of Agricultural Research on the later part of 2011. So basically, we started on January 2012 for this project, and it is on its 3rd year now. We have initiated this project because we want to showcase in the station an agriculture that can be enterprising. As I mentioned in our vision, we are showcasing agriculture as a science, as an art, and as a profitable enterprise. We have 3 concerns that we want to address. First is the household income, as mandated for the DA that it is concerned about food security. Then we want to support that concern by introducing this project to add income to the households. Isa pa, yung management of household wastes, because it is estimated that a household of 5 would generate 2.5 kilos of biodegradable waste every day, and that would mean about 60 kilos a month. So part of the biodegradable waste would be fed to the worms and rabbits. So it's part of biological waste management. And then isa is to produce organic fertilizer for the crops. Isang advantage nito is that we can maximize space because the vermiculture beds can be placed right under the rabbit hutches. So it's two-in-one projects in one space. First is to determine the compatibility ng rabbit at saka vermiculture in terms of economic analysis. And then another one is we want to make the people aware that rabbit can be a good source of protein. And then one thing more, we want to produce organic fertilizer out of the rabbit manure, which will be fed to the worms, and the worms will produce the vermicast. Rabbit is low in cholesterol. Of all the common sources of protein like pork, cattle, or beef, turkey, and other common sources of protein, ang rabbit ang pinaka mababa ng cholesterol. So, it was mentioned by the USDA in one of the literatures I've read that some physicians actually recommend rabbit meat for patients with coronary problems because of its low cholesterol. Aside from that, yung manure niya ay mataas sa potassium compared to the manure of chicken, swine, and cattle. Yung rabbit ay pinakamataas ang potassium content niya, yung rabbit manure. Sa nitrogen, it is second to poultry. Poultry ang pinakamataas ng nitrogen content, poultry manure. And then the next is the rabbit manure. So, yan ang main reasons kung bakit namin naisip na isagawa itong project na ito na pinunduhan ng Bureau of Agricultural Research. First, we establish on-station production of the rabbit vermiculture integration. And since we want to bring it to the field or to the farmers' households, we will be training yung mga interested farmers na magkaroon ng rabbit vermiculture integration. So we will capacitate them. And then, we will be giving them initial stocks. By the way, we got the initial rabbit stocks at Rosario, La Union. And there were 3 breeds that were sourced out from there. We have the Chinchilla, the New Zealand breed, and the American breed. And what we sourced out was an initial of 8 heads. And then nadagdagan namin during the second year, it became 12. And as of now, after more than 2 years, we have produced 258 heads of offspring. We have already dispersed about 102 rabbit breeders to cooperators in Baguio City, in Kalinga. And some of the walk-in clients, when they request, we also give them. But mainly, our recipients are members of the Farmers Association because we want them to sustain the project by adopting a client. And to date, there are 20 farmer beneficiaries, aside from the walk-in clients who request for their own backyard production.
Marami pong naging benepisyo sa amin ng rabbit. Makakatulong sa pamilya, sa livelihood nila. Yung halimbawa kung nanganak ng marami, ang usapan namin pwede nilang ibenta. Pero bibigyan din nila yung ibang kasamahan namin. Sa akin naman ay 2 pair ang nakuha ko. May 20 na yung mga anak ay napabigay ko sa mga ibang members para may maalagaan na din naman sila dahil yan ang usapan namin. Kung sino ang kukuha ng rabbit, pag nanganak ay bibigyan din namin ng ibang membro.
Nabigyan ako ng isang pair na rabbit, nanganak ng 12 na rabbit. Binigay ko yung 5 sa 3 tao.
Binigyan ako ng isang pares na rabbit. Yun ang pinadami ko. Nanganak na, binigyan ko yung mga kapitbahay ko. Bali, 7 katao ang binigyan ko ng tag-isang pares na rabbit. Maganda naman na Parang kuhan ng kabuhayan.
Itong Vermi, makakatulong din dahil itong dumi ng rabbit ay gagawin naming vermicast.
Nakaharvest ako ng 3 sako ng vermicast.
Ngayon itong vermicast, ilalagay namin sa mga tanim namin. Kagaya sa akin, marami akong flowers dyan at saka yung mga tanim na kapi, yan ang inilalagay kong maging fertilizer. So, talagang maraming maitulong itong mga vermi at saka yung rock. Ang plano po namin, sa usapan namin, ay itutuloy po namin hanggang sa magkaroon kami lahat ng membro ng rabbit at saka itong vermi. Kaya kami lubos na nagpapasalamat sa research center, sa DA, CIARC, dahil binigyan kami ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng rabbit at saka itong vermiculture.
As part of our promotional activities, we produce IEC materials, which we give during lectures and briefings. And later, we will be including the technology itself when we will be ready to promote the rabbit vermiculture integration on a commercial scale. Since this is an ongoing project, we would continue with distribution of IEC materials and conduct of trainings to interested clients. And for those who were given rabbit breeds, we would monitor how they adopt another client because it's part of the sustainability plan that the cooperators should adopt another client who would avail of the rabbit breeders from their own rabbit production. So our future plans would be to promote this rabbit vermiculture enterprise. One plan is to have promotional activities, and this would be conducted through field days doon sa farmer's backyard. Dito sa CIARC, we have open house every year. So parang field day na rin yun kasi the beneficiaries and other interested clients would come to the station. They say how the rabbit vermiculture is being produced or being implemented. And then when they're interested and they are members of the Farmers Association, then we can give them or disperse to them. But we don't just give unless they have prepared their rabbit hutches. And we also would like to have a search for the best rabbit vermiculture cooperator in the future. And the reward will be, or the incentive will be, a field trip to other parts of the country where rabbit is being produced and organic commodities are produced. And in order to make the people appreciate the rabbit meat as food, we will be conducting a culinary arts contest, of which the beneficiaries will be taking part of this contest para ma-promote yung consumption of rabbit meat, para ma-inganyo silang magpadami ng rabbits.